Now to jump right on into
Right
it.
on into it.
We've already heard this question before, but how do you plan on to address traffic congestion in Piscataway, especially along major corridors like Stelson Road or Centennial Avenue?
It's a great question, and I know that you took questions over the internet before we got here, so I appreciate people who weren't able to be here but wanted to get that question answered. There's a couple of things. One, I really do think that we need to stop building warehouses in every nook and cranny of our community. Part of the problem that we're seeing is the truck traffic is damaging our roads, which makes traffic that much worse. For example, when we were fighting the warehouse on Centennial and Plainfield Avenue North, we asked them to turn the building around so it faced Centennial, so those huge trucks wouldn't have to make the right and then another right, and when they're coming out making a left and another left onto Centennial and backing up traffic. And the lawyer who worked for Bob Smith at the time said there wasn't going to be that much traffic, and it didn't matter if there were kids crossing in that area to go to high school because there weren't that many kids walking to school and the trucks weren't going to be in that way. Well, if anybody lives in the Heights and you're trying to take your child to the high school rather, at drop-off time for 7 a.m. in the morning, which is brutally early, you will know that there's a long line of traffic to get in and out of there. So really making sure that if we're going to build anything, that we ask the community what they want in that area and take some input about how the building should be designed before they decide to give those waivers. So that's one. Two, we could definitely use more bike paths and more bike lanes around town. We have some, but we need more. We need to make sure that our sidewalks are well maintained and that our streets are well maintained. We have just a tremendous number of potholes. All of the truck traffic that we've seen is damaging our roads and making it difficult for people to even maintain their cars, because that's a personal expense. When you blow a tire on a pothole, you have to pay for that. But the town is actually giving away tax dollars to bring those businesses in to use trucks that are destroying our roadways. We did have somebody write in and ask if we would consider increasing or consider creating a mass transit system of some sort, using buses or jitneys or some way to use more public transportation in our community to get folks from point A to point B. I live near River Road. For a long time, I commuted down River Road into Highland Park, which is a straight line. And I felt like I should have been able to take a jitney or a small bus of some sort instead of driving my car by myself with 17 other people from my neighborhood also driving their car by themselves. It sometimes reminds me of the Edward Scissorhands opening scene, where like everybody's garage goes up and everybody pulls out by themselves and everybody's alone in their car. We could build more community, do better for our environment, and save time and energy for our residents by at least exploring that option.